Welcome, respected friends. Receive my salutations, namaskarams. Receive my gratitudes, the kritagnitas. Receive my wholehearted appreciations, congratulations, abhinandana, and also receive the wishes and prayers to the divine that He keeps us going on in this endeavor in a most beautiful, straight manner to reach to our purpose very, very soon. The 13 Vyaktitwas which we have to mind in ourselves consciously, the Lokasevaka, the Dharmastapaka, the Viragi, the Bhakta, the Shishya, the Mumukshu, the Jignasu, the Shrota, the Sadhaka, the Parishrami, the Prerana Yukta, the Prashanta, then the one who is knowing the importance of the Shruti Mata, extend that reverential salutations to her. The Guru Parampara, remember all of them, and again gratitudes to them. The Devata Gana, bow down to them, again with so much of gratefulness. In that Dina Bhava, let us ask them to keep on blessing us at the Upadhi level, which is very essential. Then the Mata, Jagan Mata, with same childlike mind, approach her, ask her to bless us with the required Shuddha Sattva Guna for sadhana. Then the Lord, here we need more deep intense Sharanagati Yukta Upasana and Prarthana, that then only He will remove the layers of the Moha Ajnana. Otherwise, He will bless us with whatever the Artha Kama we ask. But all that is delusory, all that is binding. When we ask them, He gives them easily. Why? When we get them, we forget Him. We don't bother Him. But when it is the spiritual things that are asked, He just sees how much deep, intense we are in our asking for it, depending on how much we have understood the need of it. Therefore, more intense tapana, tadap of upasana, sharanagati, prarthana to the Ishvara, that by His grace only the misunderstandings go away, replaced by the correct understandings at every level, in everything, at every moment. Without Ishvara Anugraha, it won't happen. Ishvara Anugraha will not come if our Bhakti Sharanagati is not of the highest order. Spiritual Anugraha, we are asking. Because in that very subtle Vivekas and Vairagyas, all of them have to come, wherein totally we have to reject the world and ask for the realization of the self exclusively, because they don't go together. No? Why Lord doesn't bless our spiritual prayers immediately? Because we confuse Him. How do we confuse Him? We ask Him spiritual things. By the time He gives them to us, we just shift our attention and say, "Nay, nay, nay, I want the world only." And world is giving, again we say, "I want spiritual." So till we are certain, as we were earlier, when we were asking Him for the worldly things exclusively, at that time we never asked Him anything spiritual. इसलिए आराम से ये दिया जा रहा था. In the same way, exclusively when we ask spiritual things, the true spiritual unfoldments, not the so called outer spiritual things of some superficial activities. No, deep inner visions. वो चाहिए तो exclusively we have to ask. And asking him is from our heart because he doesn't listen to our vocal prayers. He looks into our deeper inner intentions. He doesn't doubt them, question them, but the intentions depend on the clarity of vision. Na? On that is his drishti. That is why for somebody to be able to impress the Lord spiritually takes lot of time because first he himself will have to become clear from the depth of the heart that, oh Lord, I want this and this alone, give me this and this alone. For that, the Guru helps through the Shastra Dhenam what should be sought and for what one should pray to the God. इसलिए द आवश्यकता ऑफ गुरु एंड शास्त्र कि कैसे तैयारी करके किस लिए उस भगवान को कैसे मांगना है प्रार्थना करना है with guru prepared mentality or the qualification when we pray then the Lord will remove these curtains, then the pictures start becoming clear about everything which is very essential for a spiritual seeker. स्पष्ट रूप से सब चीजें होना चाहिए, right? Then the last one is the Brahma Tattva. We have to only identify with it. We are that, we have to say. Again, that also depends on how convinced we are, how from the depth we are doing so. So let us realize all these 13 and 6 things every day as best as possible. Wonderful Upanishad, Shwethashwathara, from the Krishna Yajurveda, the Karana has started of the Jagat. Because when we know the Karana, then only we know what we have to expect from the world or what the world can give us or how we have to relate with this world. Big issue it is. You know, it all will be clear. That is why the Karana has begun in all Upanishads. In this, from the beginning only, that is the discussion. And we have studied all other Upanishads everywhere. Okay, wherever we are seeing the Jagat, there alone is Paramatma. It's only a question of our drishti. In the Ajnana drishti, we see Jagat in Bhagavan. In the Jnana drishti, we see the Paramatma in the Jagat. Changing the drishti through this prashnottari, through this vicharana, is being given to us when we are ready to take it. Let us see what's next in continuation of where we stopped yesterday in our study. A beautiful analysis is going on. Devatma Shakti is being discussed. We'll do that. Before that, our prayers, our sankalpas, and a few minutes of our common sense thought. In today's thoughts, we'll discuss 2 or 3 things. First and foremost is Astikya Buddhi. Astikya Buddhi is Asti iti Bhavana. Means what? A total spirituality named field is there. In that, Paramatma named truth is there. And to achieve it, the prayatnas, the sadhanas are there. About this absolute astikya buddhi. Just like we have in the world, the asti iti bhavana, that there is a shop, I get my objects there, I need them, I go and buy them. Or these are the people from whom I get this or that help, then I go and approach that person. See the clarity of astikya buddhi we have in every of our doings. When you do the bhojanam, there is a full astikya buddhi that it fills my stomach, removes my hunger, gives me that trupti, energy. In spirituality also, tentativeness will not work. If we are tentative in this thing, basic, all our involvements also will be very tentative and superficial. That astikya buddhi is called Shraddha. Anywhere we see the children parents relation, mutual. When there is tentativeness in their relation and love, their performance also, parents their duties, children their duty will be very tentative होते हैं. बट जब आस्तिक्य बुद्धि है, श्रद्धा कि my child, he should be safe, taken care, he should be brought up well, the whole approach of the parents is different. So too when the child son knows my parents, because of them I am here, that astikya buddhi, when it is there in him, then his inquiry about them, approach, is taking care of them, will be totally of different flavor. In the same way, आध्यात्मिकता में हमको ये आस्तिक या बुद्धि को क्रिएट करके मेंटेन करना है. Beautiful. Like you see people going to temple, going with astikya buddhi, their approach is different. है ना? पहले पहले सबसे उठकर पहुंच जाते मंदिर. They take all the flowers or fruits whichever are required to be offered to the Lord. When the pujari is doing puja, 100% their mind is there. The tirtha prasada srikarana, then the parikrama done, then the namaskar, all of them are a different flavor होते हैं, single minded होते हैं. Of that astikya buddhi yukta temple visitor. The tentative wala, जाए या ना जाए, he will not go first of all. Even he goes very late and no puja samagri, nothing taken. But he will stand anywhere. प्रसाद जो देते हैं वो भी very careless, casual. Everywhere we see an office going person. When they ask Astikya Buddhi, on time he reaches, opens his files and all. He attends all of them, not even looking at the time of lunch or leaving the office. Even if he is hungry, the 10 minutes he finishes food, comes onto the dais table to work. जिसको नहीं है आस्तिक बुद्धि, वो टेंटेटिव वाला, वो आराम से 5-10 लोगों को मिलते हुए धीरे ऑफिस जाकर, outside the office only he will talk with chai wala for 10 minutes. Then he enters office. There also he will not open the file. पहले बाकी सबसे गुफ्तगू, how are you and all that. It's tentative. Isn't it? He's always watching lunch time कब होगा. 1 बजे तो 12:30 is ready. घर जाने का टाइम 6 बजे है तो 4-5 को ही वो बिस्तरा बंद. और he closes everything because नहीं है वो वर्क में श्रद्धा. Same way, a prime minister of the nation, a chief minister of a state, different departmental ministers, doctors, professionals, wherever there is astikya buddhi, the performance is of different flavor, glory. Where it is not there and it is very cheap quality, very less. Having given so many examples, therefore, in our life also, spirituality के प्रति आस्तिक्य बुद्धि, first step, total. Without that astikya buddhi, also we can be with the Guru, be in the satsang, do study Shastra for many years. बस चल रहा है ऐसे रूटीन, बस चल रहा है ऐसे मैकेनिकली, एक तरह का आदत हो गया बस, which is very very dangerous. So every day, every session has to be with a full astikya buddhi. One, more clarity you think about it. Second is what? When we are involving, we have to involve unambiguously and perfectly, doing all the things without any ambiguity, with full perfection, which is a process. Perfection is a process. बिना कोई ambiguity का, संदेह का, संशय का, which is the result of again आस्तिक्य बुद्धि. परफेक्टली करने का हमें ये दूसरा वाला सीढ़ी या टेक्निक या जरूरत, we have to feel inside us. Again, ambiguously we do, tentatively we do, and not perfectly we do, then we don't get the result. है ना? Like चाय पीना है, there should be आस्तिक्य बुद्धि in that chai. You let me have that tea, it gives me freshness and all. Then when the tea is to be made, then there should be no ambiguity and absolute perfection. No ambiguity means total concentration. Perfection is the process is fully followed. Giving the due time, due respect to that preparation of the tea. Isn't it? It's an art, which when it is not there, everywhere will be tentative. If it is there, everywhere will be unambiguous and perfect. As simple as making a tea, as big as taking up big projects in life. The biggest project is spiritual project. Slowly we have to come to that level. I'm not confused. I'm ambiguous. नहीं हूँ मैं, पक्का है मुझे. Then perfectly. The process is fully followed. Second point. Third is what? Then what we have to achieve? What we have to achieve is one thing only. Is called mastery. With these two things, astikya buddhi and unambiguous perfection, we have to achieve mastery. Over what? Mastery over what? Again, it can be talked in many ways. One aspect we are talking here. Mastery over our one day's schedule. Mastery over one day's schedule. Pura. From morning waking up till we sleep. Including those sleeping hours. 24 घंटे लगाओ. सुबह 6 से अगले दिन सुबह 5:59 तक 59 सेकंड. That is what we have to unambiguously, perfectly achieve the mastery. About this, we have to have the astikya buddhi. And in that, three aspects only. Every time we discuss it. The first aspect is in our day schedule, in mastering it is our outer behavior, outer vyavahara. I know, very essential it is. We cannot give it up, we cannot get lost in it. बाहर का व्यवहार है कि नहीं, छोड़ नहीं सकते, फंसना भी नहीं चाहिए. छोड़ नहीं सकते, फंसना नहीं चाहिए. Therefore, in the outer vyavaharas, mastery, I have commanded it. In the sense, where it is required my presence and my service, nobody can stop me. That I am there, I am doing it. Nobody means the inner, any other funny thoughts, even the so-called spiritual thought. That time you keep it aside. Bas, you have to do the work. Nobody can stop me. That type of mastery, when it is required to be involved. So, few of the things in life where we are required. Certain stage में, higher stage में वो घटता जाएगा. Same way, outer vyavahara. When it is understood by me that my presence is not required there, nobody can push me into that work. I'm so perfectly master of it that I won't involve in it. When it is known that I'm not required there. स्पिरिचुअल दृष्टि से कहो, व्यवहार दृष्टि से कहो, गड़बड़ वगैरह अवॉइड करने के लिए कहो, लोगों से लड़ाई झगड़ा से बचने के लिए कहो, कुछ भी हो, आई एम एबल टू विथड्रॉ. Like I have to talk. I feel like talking. But if I talk, this unnecessary quarrel that will increase. Therefore, the master is what? I'll not talk. Or I'll talk, but I'll not talk in an instigating manner, a creating issue manner. My talk is only to sort out the issues, to solve the problems, to achieve some ambitions. This type of mastery in every aspect of required outer vyavahar we have to achieve. That should be unambiguous and perfect. But we should have the astikya buddhi for that. Yeah, we are part of the family, we are part of the society, the world. As the world society is giving to us, we also have to reciprocate. These are the fields in this way, have to reciprocate. Pakka, no ambiguity. And process में perfection. कर करके mastery. Outer worldly mastery. नहीं तो क्या होता? What is not to be done, we involve in it and get insulted and all. What is to be done, we don't do it and get regrets and all guilts. अरे चलता ही रहता है ये. देखो, these are all अपरिपक्वताs, immaturity. Human life is from the immaturity to the maturity. It's a total thought. That maturity everywhere. One of them is this one, outer vyavahar. Whether it's husband or wife or children or in-laws, any of the human relations or any of the works, the domestic work, the outer work, the social obligation, कुछ भी हो, मास्टरी. उस मास्टरी में कभी कभी एक हफ्ते के लिए 100 थिंग्स मे बी देयर टू बी डन. एट द टाइम spirituality is zero. Never mind, but you are. In other occasion, 1 month there is nothing to do. Nobody calls, nowhere to go. Ashada Mas. Nothing. That also is accepted. Svikruta. Life is like that, no? We are kept busy many times. We are kept very free many a times. When free, the other things which are required. When fully busy, involve in them. Isn't it? ये हो गया mastery unambiguous perfectly of the outer vyavahara powers. चुकता करते जाना हो. Naturally, the second master is perfect and ambiguous is about our upadhis. In this upadhi mastery, it's an art of balancing, especially the body, because it has its prarabdha. तो आप कितना खींचातानी करो, पूरा मास्टरी नहीं कर सकते, बट बैलेंस कर सकते. Like if disease is ought to come to me, I can't avoid by many means, but I can balance by taking the care of it through proper treatment, yet not getting influenced by it too much. You know, as a suffering individual or miserable. इस तरह का mastery in brackets balance with upadhis, all of them, mind, intellect also. Straight away, suddenly, शुद्ध सत्वगुण एकाग्र चेहरा देखो आईने में. Though that mastery is our goal, but to begin with is balancing it, understanding. Oh, this is the nature of my mind. These are the vasanas in it. These are the tendencies in it. Like in the outer world also, the tendency of me to go to those objects, those people, but it is of not use. Therefore, trying to balance it. So too the mind, intellect, vasanas. These are my tentative tendencies. But they are not required, they are not good. Therefore, how to balance, how to slowly wean away from that. This type of continuous awareness about our own inner upadhis of manabuddhi, so that we are perfect and ambiguous about what to do. The doing is mastery, here mastery is balance. क्योंकि महायोगी कर करके ही पूरा मास्टरी होता है अंतःकरण का. अब वहां तक तो पहुंचे नहीं. If the balancing, the emotions come, balance them. Good emotions come, we should know the limit of them. Bad emotions come, we should know the repercussions of them. Able to balance them, which is very delicate art. वो भी बहुत मुश्किल है, बिगड़ता रहता है बैलेंस because of the outer situations, or from within only those upsurge of volcanic waves will come, emotions will come, desires will come. एंड फॉर नो रीजन सुबह सुबह उठते एक दिन इतना फ्रस्ट्रेशन लगता है, या लेजीनेस लगता है, और डिसइंटरेस्टेडनेस लगता है, और क्या रखा है इस दुनिया में, कुछ नहीं है. नो, दिस आर ऑल व्हाट वी हैव इन स्टोर, वी डोंट नो. सडनली पूरा मेरा कमांड में होना है तो दैट इज टू मच expectation from ourselves. Later on, we may be intend to our lives when we thoroughly understand the Manas Tattva and do all the required yoga abhyasas, bhakti abhyasas, viveka vairagya, vedanta abhyasas, then we will totally command the mind. Mastery jo kehte. That's our goal. But right now, though, we have to be intelligent. We should not have overconfidence about ourselves. Also, we should not give lenience. A perfect striking the balance. Not too loose, not too tight, just right. इनर पर्सनालिटी का हमको देखता ही रहना पड़ता है. Aiming at higher, same time knowing our limitations, slowly slowly. दुर्गुण सारा एक दिन में चला जाओ के तो नहीं जाते, बट उनके ही चपेट में भी नहीं रहना. So ever what to do, how to do, very cutely, delicately, intelligently. All of that will start from when we have the astikya buddhi. What is astikya buddhi here? My entire upadhis have to be. First astikya buddhi is my outer world has to be set right well. Outer vyavahar. Second astikya buddhi is my upadhis, my vyaktitva visheshas. They have to be not a liability to me. They should be an asset to me. They should be giver of a confidence, a joy to me. ये है आस्तिक्य बुद्धि. Then the subject understood unambiguously, perfectly. Then practically we are trying to master it. In that mastering, the balance. कभी ओवर स्लीप हो जाता है माइंड में, तमोगुण आ जाता है, isn't it? With reason known, with reason unknown. रजोगुण आ जाता है. It's a निरंतर process, सदा सर्वदा. That's why, सतो दीर्घकाल नैरंतर्य सत्कार सेवित, तब जाकर दृढ़ भूमि बनता है. हमारे गुरु लोग ऐसे ही नहीं कहा, उन्होंने प्रैक्टिस कर ली, उनको पता है कि कितना मेहनत लो. ऑनेस्टली दे हैव मेंशन्ड इट. असंशयम महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहम चलम. भगवान हिमसेल्फ एक्सेप्ट्स अर्जुना's point when he says chanchalam mana krishna brahmati balabhadrunam. We have to know our avkat and accept karna. At very low level we are there, full of tamo rajo guna of kama krodha adi vikar. First accept it and understand it is not correct. That also we have to accept. Then understand we have to improve. That also we have to accept. Then these are the things to be done. As regards the mana buddhi antakarna is concerned, is simple. As we know, the whole world is made of prakriti. Prakriti has three gunas. Trigunatmaka vastus are there in the world. Vastu means the thoughts, the objects, the people, the places, situations. They are all trigunatmaka. अब ये मन बुद्धि है ना, सच एन इनोसेंट थिंग्स, विच एवर द फील्ड वी एक्सपोज देम टू. तमोगुण आदि की चीजों में लगाओ तो बेचारे वो तामसिक बन जाते. एज सिंपल एज दैट. वी शुड लर्न इट, वी शुड नो इट. देन पुट देम इन द रजोगुणी फील्ड, दे बिकम रजोगुण. है ना, तो टीवी देखने में लगाओ, खाना खाने में लगाओ, नींद में लगाओ. We only put them, then they become like that habitual. Then put them in rajoguna activities. All any time अपने घर का संभालने वाला एक्टिविटी का हो, बंधु मित्रों के यहाँ जाकर हेल्प करने का एक्टिविटी, हर कोई बुलाते हैं तो वहाँ जाना एक्टिविटी, और taking responsibility some organizations, isn't it? You put it in Rajoguna, innocent, they become that only. Not Tamoguna now, he's in Rajoguna. Gets up at 6 o'clock and goes there to work. कैसा वो रजोगुण का आदत बनाया उसको, जिसमें आप लगाओगे लगातार, अंतःकरण becomes like that. So too, when we put it in them in Sataguna, they will get their flavor that time. This secret we must know. है ना? सत्वगुणी भोजन, सत्वगुणी व्यक्ति, सत्वगुणी स्थल, है ना? सत्वगुणी projects or activities. We have to involve. Like that Brahmanas example, ideal orthodox. अब सुबह से शाम तक is only सत्वगुण activities. सुबह उठेगा, पूजा करेगा, हवन करेगा, वेद मंत्र उच्चारण करेगा. He will only do that japa and dhyanam, shastra adhyanam. And he goes to temple and does same thing, and people call him in their house for puja pothi. So he only is in Sattva. Therefore, he is always, his Antakarana is also in Sattva. All these Kshatriyas, you see them, Rajogun. देश का भलाई करेंगे, देश को इम्प्रूव करेंगे, कैसे करें, क्या कहाँ रिक्वायरमेंट है. So they are in that mood, which is also required for the society. They put themselves in that mood. They are always like that. You try to make them Brahmana, they cannot. Half Sattva. Brahmana Sattva, you tell them, go and become a Raja. इसे मेरे से नहीं होगा वो. मेरा काम नहीं है वो. Then the traders, the Vaishya and all. तो अंतःकरण का जो मास्टरी है, बैलेंस है, वो इस तरह के समझदारी से किया जाता है. एक एग्जाम्पल है गुणों के आधार पर. इजी होता है ना बात समझने को, when we take the help of the त्रिगुणात्मिकता of the प्रकृति. So just list out what is tamasic, what is rajasic, sattvic. Don't involve in rajasic, tamasic. सात्व में इन्वॉल्व होते जाओ. Isn't it? This is how we can have the balance of our vyaktitva. Little activity is also required, little rest also is required, but most of it is the sattvic way. This is the second mastery. Now, third mastery is so simple, about our spiritual sadhanas. With the astikya buddhi, about the spiritual sadhana, with the clarity without any ambiguity, with the perfection of understanding, we have to master in our day the spiritual sadhana portion. We are talking about one day. एक दिन में बाहर का व्यवहार, एक दिन में अंतःकरण का, उपाधियों का, ऑल ऑफ देम, शरीर से लेकर उनके प्रति हमारे मास्टरी. एंड थर्ड वन, इन वन डे आर स्पिरिचुअल एक्टिविटीज, स्पिरिचुअल साधनास, they have to be mastered. Those 2-3 hours of study or shravanam, 1 or 2 hours of that upasanas, japa, dhyana, every one of them again with full clarity, unambiguously. What is done for what, knowing it, doing it. At that moment, we must know. Like I am studying the book means to understand the drishti of that rishi of that book, I am studying it. And what subject he is talking there. What's its relevance in spiritual parlance. See the type of mastery. If it's a book study, if it is an upasana, so clear. In these idols, my devata, ishta devata is there. Idols mein hai. And I am worshipping them in this way because it is given in our Puranas by elders. This is how he is worshipped. See, yesterday, day before, last 4 days in evening Purana class, स्कंद में कैसे शिव जी का पूजाएं बताए जा रहे. इधर हवन नहा लो इस नदी में या पुष्कर में, और इधर तीर्थ क्षेत्र, एंड देन इस शिवलिंग जो भगवान सुब्रमण्य ने स्थापना की, पूजा करो, उसका ये फल है. Every one of them is so perfect. It is so. है ना. इट इज लाइक दाल सब्जी में नमक डालो तो फिर नमकीन होता है वो, चाय में चीनी डालो मीठा होता है. एज ट्रू इट इज, सो ट्रू आर ऑल ऑफ देम. द पुराण इज अ प्रमाण. So according to that, with the full bhakti shraddha, I am doing the upasana. Like it's today is Wednesday, गणपति पूजा. तो गणपति मूर्ति है वहाँ, गणपति है वहाँ. I am doing abhisheka to him. I am doing chandan kumkum to him. I am doing the pushparchana to him. I am doing naivedya. I am doing that Mangala Arti and pranam to him with full feeling that he is there. Then I am praying to him. Hey Bhagavan, remove all the vignas today. Let my jnana be stronger today. My spiritual sadhana be stronger. In that way, whether it is japa, whether it is puja, whether it is coming to class, whether it is studying the book, whether it is taking 2 or 3 thoughts of that day and reveling in pondering over them in contemplation in a relaxed mood. Physically relaxed, but the mind is vigorously engaged in it. Kim karanam brahma kutasma jata. इसमें कोई भी करे आस्तिक्य बुद्धि से करे with unambiguous clarity and perfection and mastering such aspects of day, spiritual aspects. हर एक चीज हमको जिंदगी में जीना है. दिस कॉल्ड जीना, वेयर वी आर प्रेजेंट विथ क्लैरिटी ऑफ पर्पस. वी आर प्रेजेंट विथ इन मेनी टाइम ना हम खुद ही नहीं रहते उसमें, खोया खोया रहते. एंड थिंग्स आर डन वेरी हाफ हार्टेड. दैट इज तमोगुण इन नेचर. शुद्ध सत्व गुण में, लाइक यू सी पूज्य गुरुदेव, in anything he does, he is there 100% with full perfection, no ambiguity, absolutely mastery over everything. This is spirituality. In that mastery, all the three, the outer one, the upadhi, the spiritual aspect, all are necessary. You cannot neglect the outer world just like that, depending on whatever position we are in. कम ज़्यादा होता है but avoid नहीं कर सकते. So too, we can never neglect our upadhis. Sthula Sharira, Pranamaya Kosha, Indriyas, and all of them. What is their position? Age-wise, body ka, Indriyam ka kya taakat hai? You can't live anything. You cannot be without mastering them, managing them, maintaining them, loving them, taking care of them. If I love my body, I will never give extra food to it and spoil it by overworking. Less also I don't give. Like that. The last one is spiritual. Whole day में हमारा एक specific spiritual time categorized होना चाहिए. Whatever is our convenience according to that. No need to copy others. Each one has different natures, abilities. हमारा अपना होता है. Being in sadhana. Brahma Muhurta is the best in the morning. If you can master it, master it. रात को 8 साढ़े 8 को सो जाओ तो you can get up by 3. But your schedule is such that like 11, 11:30 you can't sleep. Each one is in this Kali Yuga is compelled by many things. Then it will be a very tough fight. But sleeping at 12 and getting up at 3:30, nahi hota ho. Then you have to shift your schedule. You can't ब्रह्म मुहूर्त नहीं हो पाएगा, फिर दिन 9 बजे कर लो, क्या करें. करना इम्पोर्टेंट. स्पिरिचुअल साधनाएं बनाकर, schedule बनाकर. In that also again unambiguous perfection, mastery. I told you example, एक बुक पढ़ रहे हैं तो मास्टरी, पूजा कर रहे हैं तो मास्टरी, जपम हो रहा है तो मास्टरी, मनन चिंतन है मास्टरी, ध्यान. These are all aims. Then keep on doing हो जाता है. In between again the powerful prarabdhas, powerful vasanas, they all keep attacking. You can't leave them. वो अपना काम करते ही रहेंगे. Like the mother newborn babies, she wants to do the works, but the child कभी रोता है, कभी उसको भूख लगती है, कभी चींटी काटता है, कभी उसको साफ करना होता है. So she does her daily housework, but she'll have to attend that also. We also, what to do, we know. At the same time, unexpected things happen, we have to balance them also. Unexpected are, these are the things. Our prarabdhas, our that time to be expressed vasanas. Difference between us and others at that time is the others get lost in those vasanas unaware. But we become aware, अच्छा ये प्रारब्ध आ रहा है, ये वासना आ रहा है, उसको इस तरह से टैकल करने से my main aim and goal of mastering my day schedule of all three aspects is not disturbed. इस तरह का हमको जीवन को और भी श्रद्धा से, आस्तिक के मुद्दे से हमारे लिए करने वाला आनंदमय बनाना है. द जॉय ऑफ डूइंग, joy of taking our life in our hands, joy of trying to perfect it unambiguously, joy of mastering our life. वाह, है ना. योर कार, गिव इट टू सम फार आउट डिस्टेंट रिलेटिव, पता नहीं क्या ठोकेगा वो. योर कार, यू गिव इट टू योर ओन ब्रदर्स, देर आल्सो. योर कार, your driver is driving it, you are traveling in it. Your car, you yourself are driving, and driving perfectly with proper speed, brakes, gears, accelerators, traffic rules, turns, and all. See that joy of driving my own car in my own choice perfectly. Same is the life. We have to drive our own life fully by ourselves. That's what evening Sri Vasishtha again and again saying on the name of the Paurusha, the Paurusha, the Paurusha. कितने दिन से चल रहा है टॉपिक, बहुत सुंदर. So maybe that way have clarity of all these things. Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां नहि कोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सलतत्त्वनिधे भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्धानां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययनसाधनाप्रयत्नमध्ये श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः श्री आद्यशङ्करभाष्यसमेत अध्ययनसाधनाप्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ ॐ हरिः ॐ ब्रह्मवादिनो वदन्ति किं कारणं ब्रह्म कुतस्म जाता जीवामकेन क्व च सम्प्रतिष्ठाः अधिष्ठिताः केन सुखेतरेषु वर्तामहे ब्रह्मविदो व्यवस्थां कालस्वभावो नियतिर्यदृच्छा भूतानि योनिपुरुष इति चिन्त्या संयोग येषां नत्वात्मभावात् आत्माप्यनीशो सुखदुःखहेतोः आत्माप्यनीशः सुखदुःखहेतोः ते ध्यानयोगानुगता अपश्यन् देवात्मशक्तिं स्वगुणैर्निगूढाम् यः कारणानि निखिलानि तानि कालात्मयुक्तान्यधितिष्ठत्येकः तमेकनेमिं त्रिवृतं षोडशान्तं शतार्धानं विंशतिप्रत्यराभिः अष्टकैः षड्भिर्विश्वरूपैकपाशं त्रिमार्गभेदं द्विनिमित्तैकमोहं पञ्चस्रोतोऽम्बुं पञ्चयोन्युग्रवक्त्रां पञ्चप्राणोर्में पञ्चप्राणोर्मीं पञ्चबुद्ध्यादिमूलां पञ्चावर्तां पञ्चदुःखौघवेगां पञ्चाशद्भेदां पञ्चपर्वाम् अधीमः ॐ शान्तिः 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 Friends, third mantras Bhashya we are trying to understand. How far we have come is they means those Brahmavadinah having understood Kala ityadi are not the cause of the Srishti, they did not give up. They became Dhyana Yoganugataha. And the beauty of it is, in that Dhyana Yoga Anugati, Apashyan, they have discovered the cause. Therefore, as much it is non-discoverable outside, so much it is understandable inside. Apashyan is the important word. कि मिल गया उनको. ते ध्यान योगानुगता अपश्यन. The cause of the world. What is that? Devatma Shakti. And why it is not easily conspicuously known to everyone? Because Swagunair Nigudham. That is Niguda hidden by behind the expression of its own gunas, in which we are deluded. स्वगुणैर निगूढ़ा मतलब उस देवात्म शक्ति के गुणों में हम उलझ गए, उसके गुणों में, इसलिए उसको हम नहीं पहचान पा रहे. निगूढ़ means this is that's what in 7th chapter of Gita, त्रिभिर गुणमयैर भावैः एभिः सर्वमिदं जगत मोहितम. By the aspects expressed out of these three gunas, we are lost in them. Therefore, those things in which we are lost, their cause is three gunas, and that is the Mula Prakriti, and it is supported by the Paramatma. These knowledges are not clearly coming into our cognition. That's the meaning of Sogunayat Nigudham. Further, we will see from the Bhashya. Then this Maya Shakti, Devatma Shakti, is of whom? Who's that Devata? Who is that Devata? Yaha Ekaha Aditishthati. That one who is the supported substrate. Of what? Kalatma Yuktani, the Kala Swabhava Ityadi, all the 7 of the things. So how many things then? One Deva, second is Atma Shakti, third from that these Sapta Vishyas, and they are the ones which are managing the show of the world. In this way, each one's Karanatva in the show of the Jagat. In that, ultimately, the Deva, the Paramatma, his presence. This is how the literal meaning of it. Now we are studying the Bhashyam. In the Bhashya, first thing taught to us was for this shloka is Dhyana Yoga Anugata. Dhyana means Chitta Ekagrata. That itself is yoga. What is that Chitta Ekagrata yoga? Yoga means which makes us get that on which we are doing dhyana. Dhyatavya vastu prapti upaya is called as yoga. And what is the upaya? Dhyana only. What is dhyana? Chitta ekagrata. Chitta ekagrata is the dhyana. And that is the upaya called as yoga for achieving whatever on which we are doing the ekagrata. Dhyatavya vastu. So the dhyana yoga anugata. Then apashyan drishtavantaha. What? Devatma Shaktim iti. What is the Devatma Shakti? 2-3 definitions we will see. This is the first para we studied. Second para we studied was already said questions are rewritten here. Because Yakarnani Nikhilani karke, Devatma Yuktani karke, Kalatma Yuktani sorry. In the mantra it is said, therefore Shankara Bhagavan is again putting the questions in front of us, saying that these are the questions which should be answered exhaustively in the forthcoming mantras. It may run into any number of chapters. By that, what he said is these questions cannot be neglected. Okay. But the question reformed here was in such a way, but that the drishti in inquiring is more on the Brahman than the Jagat. That is a little addition modification he is doing, and he has done it with authority. Why? Because they are all Brahmavadina. तो ब्रह्मवादी ब्रह्म को ही पाने का कोशिश करेंगे ना. That question is about Jagat, but the purpose is Brahman. So what was the thing? The question. Tatra ayam prashna sangraha. This is the all collection of all questions of the earlier mantra. One, Kim Brahma Karanam. Is the Brahma the Karana of the Jagat? Ahosvit Kaladi or the Kala Swabhava, they are the Karana. One set of questions. Second, Tatha Kim Karanam Brahma Ahosvit Karya Karana Vilakshanam. Is Brahman is Karana or is somebody totally alienated? He is neither Karana nor Karya. उनसे कोई संबंध ही नहीं रखते. Second set of question. Third, अथवा कारणम वा अकारणम वा. Is he Karana or not at all Karana? In this question, the Drushti is on the Jagat. Okay? Is the Drushti has a Karanam or a Karanam? Bina koi wajah ka bas. Because Yadrucha word was used. Yadruchikata means a Karana. So from that word Yadruchikata, he is saying Akaranam va. Here Akarana means is the Brahma not Karana? Not that question. Is the Jagat without Karana? वैसे बस यादृच्छिकता से आ पड़ा है, टपक पड़ा है. नहीं कोई घर हमारे आ जाता है, ऐसे टपक जाता, कोई कारण वजह नहीं होता. क्यों आया बेटा? बस ऐसे आया हूँ मैं. वो बोला क्या ऐसे? इट्स करेक्ट ऑल्सो. यादृच्छिक. मन में फीलिंग ऑल्सो इज नॉट देयर दैट आई वांटेड टू मीट यू, आई वांट टू टॉक टू यू. बस ऐसे. So is that way the Jagat is akaranam. Next set of questions. Karanatve api. Yes, Brahma is the Karana. Kim upadanam uta nimittam. Is Brahman the upadan Karana or nimitta Karana? Set of question. Next set of question. Athava ubhaya Karanam Brahma. It is both nimitta upadana Karana. Then what Lakshana is? It is actually the final point. Brahman is, if you look from the Karana standpoint, is the abhinna upadana, abhinna nimitta upadana Karana of the world. Abhinna nimitta upadana. Abhinna means nothing other than it. That itself is nimitta and upadana. And naturally, what is the lakshana of that Brahman? Another set of questions. Last, akaranam va Brahma. ठीक है, Brahman is not Karana of the Jagat. चलो, Jagat को कोई side पे रखो. Brahma किन लक्षणम? What is the lakshana of this Brahma? Finally, जगत का कारण क्या है सवाल शुरू करके जगत को साइड पे रखकर कारण रूपी ब्रह्म का लक्षण क्या है, और whether is karana or not, let us inquire into Brahman. See the improvement in the question, because at whatever the level of the question is there, आंसर वहीं का मिल जाएगा, उस क्वेश्चन का आंसर मिलता है, लेकिन क्वेश्चन इज एट लोएस्ट लेवल. Now this question is highest. What is the nature of the Brahman? So the answer will be highest also. When the question is lowest, what is the cause of the Jagat? Any number of answers can be given, but none of them are satisfactory, nor they have any consequence. क्योंकि जगत है ही मिथ्या, उसके बारे कुछ भी जानो फंसने का ही है ना. But Brahma is Sat Vastu. When you inquire about him and know his nature, then he is found to be our own self. That's moksha. In this way, he has remade the questions. Now, he starts giving the answers. First answer is what? In the set of all questions, the Brahman is none of all of them. See? Tatra ayam pariharaha, prashna pariharaha. Pariharana means removal of the prashna. Any question, doubt is removed only by giving the answer. What is the parihara of all the above prashnas? One, na karanam. Brahman is not the karanam, na api akaranam. And he is not even not the cause. Na cha ubhayam is not the both. कारण नहीं है और बोध भी नहीं है. So to na api anubhay, na api अच्छा na cha ubhayam na api anubhayam. See, neither both of them nor not both of them. Then nacha nimittam vacha upadanam. He is neither nimitta karana nor the upadana karana, nacha ubhayam. He is not both of them. Etaduktam bhavati. Then this is what is said in all Shastras also about Brahman and the position of the Jagat. This next explanation is to be very carefully heard and caught. Let us try. Etaduktam bhavati. About Brahman, this is being said. What is it? Advitiyasya Paramatmanaha. This is a very important thought. Advitiyasya Paramatmanaha na swataha karanatvam. The Advitiya Parabrahma, from his own standpoint, swataha, no karanatva in him. Upadanatvam nimittatvam cha. Neither upadana karana he is, nor the nimitta karana. From his own standpoint. Because he never becomes karana, there is nothing karya coming on from him, because he is nirguna, nirvishesha, nirakara. Nirakruta and avyakruta hai. This is where people need to become so shraddhalu, shuddha antakarani, guru and daiva bhakta, that they will be able to catch this point literally as it is. Those are ahankari, those are ghamandi, those who trust their mind intellect more than shastra, इस पॉइंट में आकर वो हार जाते, थक जाते, छोड़ देते. What is it? Brahman, from his own absolute standpoint, he is neither nimitta nor upadana karana. From his own absolute standpoint. Now the second sentence he said is, even though he is neither nimitta nor upadana karana, from the absolute standpoint, yet he is made as a karana because of some reason. That is called as his Maya Shakti. Exactly in Yoga Darshanam, today we will be seeing that only. How Purusha becomes the Jnata, though he is never the Jnata, of the Jnanam of the Vrittis of the Chitta. Without becoming the knower, he becomes the knower. Two standpoints. From the absolute, like the gold. From the absolute standpoint, it never became any ornament, because it is always gold only. But something jadoo is there, after which the same gold appears to be the ornaments. At that time, because of that jadoo cheese, gold is called as karanam. for the ornaments. देखो प्योर गोल्ड में इट गोल्ड अलोन इज देयर, देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड ऑर्नामेंट. वह कुछ जादू हो गया जिसमें ऑर्नामेंट दिखने लगा. दैट जादू इज कॉल्ड एज द वन व्हिच मेक्स द गोल्ड एज कारण. दैट जादू आल्सो इज नॉट कारण बिकॉज इज नॉट इंडिपेंडेंट. सो दैट इज व्हाट एतद उक्तम भवति. वन अद्वितीयस्य परमात्मनः न स्वतः कारणत्वम् उपादानत्वं निमित्तत्वं वा च. सेकंड लाइन यद उपाधिकम अस्य कारणत्वम. सो नाउ सेकंड लेवल अस्य कारणत्वम. नाउ ही इज कारण. Brahman is absolutely is not the upadana nimitta karana. That is the highest standpoint. We have to reach to that. But at the lower level of world manifested or seen, what is it is यद उपाधिकम अस्य कारणत्व. जिस उपाधि के कारण इनको कारणत्व प्राप्त हुआ, जिन उपाधि के वजह से, है ना. यद उपाधिकस्य कारणत्व कारणत्वादि. जिस उपाधि के कारण इनको कारण बताया गया. यद उपाधिकम अस्य कारणत्वम. द कारणत्वम इन हिम इज बिकॉज ऑफ उपाधि. उपाधिकत्व मीन्स उपाधि के कारण इनमें कारणत्व आया, उपाधि के वजह से. तो यद उपाधिकम अस्य कारणत्वादि तदेव कारणम निमित्तम उपपाद्य. दैट कारण ओनली मेड एज निमित्त उपपाद्य तदेव प्रयोजकम निष्कृष्य. वो शक्ति ही कारण है, इनको कारण बना रहा है, और वही प्रयोजक भी है. इट इज पुशिंग हिम टू बी द कारण. परमात्मा को प्रयोजकम निष्कृष्य दर्शयति. कीपिंग दैट इन माइंड दिस सेंटेंस इज सेड बाय श्रुति माता देवात्म शक्तिम इति. ब्यूटिफुल. सो एब्सोल्यूट स्टैंड पॉइंट नो निमित्तोपादान कारण. But some is there thing which is called as upadhi. यद उपाधिकम अस्य कारणत्वादि तदेव कारणम निमित्तम उपपाद्य तदेव प्रयोजकम निष्कृष्य दर्शयति. तो एक उपाधि है, उन्होंने ब्रह्म को कारण बनाया. वो ही उपाधि है ब्रह्म को इस जगत के रूप में बनने के लिए धक्का दिया. निष्कृष्य मीन्स दैट निष्कर्षा से. तदेव प्रयोजकम निष्कृष्य. सॉरी, प्रयोजकम है ना. प्रयोजक भी वही है, कारण भी वही है. कौन? एक उपाधि. किसको बना रहा है? प्रयोजक और कारण ब्रह्म को. सो ब्रह्म उनको प्रयोजक और कारण बनाने वाला एक शक्ति. हकीकत में ब्रह्मन इज नाइदर कारक नॉर द प्रयोजक. इन हिम देयर इज नो कारणत्व निमित्त और उपादान. कारणत्व नहीं है तो प्रयोजकत्व भी नहीं होगा. प्रयोजकत्व मीन्स इंड्यूसिंग, पुशिंग हिम. योजक बनाना, उनको योजना कराना. लाइक यू टेल योर सर्वेंट टू गो टू द मार्केट, you are the prayojaka, then only you went, otherwise you will not go. The one who pushes one to involve in. So yad upadhikam asya karanatwadi tadeva karanam nimittam upapadya tadeva prayojakam nishkrushya darshayati. Therefore he is upadhi. In his pure form he is not the cause. Now he is the cause. How? Because of his own upadhi. And that upadhi is always in his control only. This is what we have to be very careful. Like I am without speech, my nirguna rupa, but I am becoming speaker. Who is making me speaker? My speech. That my speech cannot be without me. Therefore, that is the karana, the speech, which is my upadhi only, is making me speaker. And that speech cannot be without me. I can be without speaking. That is my absolute nature also. In the same way, इस माइंड को मन में रखकर ये वाला सेंटेंस कहा देवात्म शक्ति इति. What is the meaning of Devatma Shakti is exhaustively explained in 3-4 pages now. We have to have lot of patience to study. है ना? हाँ, 4 हो गया, 5 6 पेजेस है. I will to study it. I have no problem. First, Devatma Shaktim iti. What is Devatma Shakti? At the very outset, to begin with, Devasya. Devasya means Dyotanadi Yuktasya. The one who is endowed with Dyotana, the Prakasha Shakti. Deva means Dyotana Shabda. So Dyotana is Prakasha. Prakasha is Chaitanya. Chaitanya means Chitta. Adi means उससे पहले एक, उससे बाद में एक, सत एंड बाद में आनंद. Therefore, Deva Atma means Dyotana. Dyotana is Chitta. Chitta and other two words called as Sat and Ananda. Therefore, Deva here is Sachidananda Brahma. So, Deva Dyotanadi Yuktasya. And that Sachidananda Brahma, he has got his own power invoked. Therefore, he is powerful. That power is called as Maya. Therefore, he is called as the owner of the Maya, called is Mayinaha. And with that Maya Shakti, the entire universe is capable of creating, maintaining, dissolving. Therefore, Maheshwarasya. And absolutely देखा जाए उनको, Paramatmanah. Of that Paramatma, Atma Bhutam, which is one with him, Asvatandram, which can never be independent of him. And that independence, non-independence, total dependence of Maya on Paramatma is specifically here given with an example that with a comparison, na Sankhya Parikalpita Pradhanadivat Prutak Bhutam. This Vedanta said Atma Shakti of Deva, the Maya, is different from what is said in Sankhya and Yoga, which we are going to study afterward, where it is called as Pradhana and it is said to be Pruthak from the Purusha. In Vedanta, the Maya is not Pruthak from the Paramatma nor Swatantra from Paramatma. In the Yoga, the Prakriti, the Maya, the Pradhana they call it is Pruthak other than Purusha and it is independent Swatantra. Purusha has to detach from that, then he is liberated. Maya Prukta continues. So देखो भगवान आदि शंकरा clarity of this Vedanta में. So उनसे पृथक नहीं है और उनसे स्वतंत्र नहीं है, ये वाला. आप पृथक भूता अस्वतंत्र is the Atma Shakti of the Deva, the Dyotanavan, the Paramatma. So, Devatma Shakti miti Devasya Dyotanadi Yuktasya Mayinaha Maheshwarasya Paramatmanaha Atma Bhutam Aswatantram Na Sankhya Parikalpita Pradhanadivat Prutak Bhutam Swatantram Shaktim Karanam Apashyan. That Shakti को उन्होंने कारण के रूप में देखा. Darshayishyati cha, it is said in the this very Upanishad also later on. What is it? मायाम तो प्रकृति विद्यात माइनम तो महेश्वरम. इसी में आएगा. Maya is the Prakriti and Maheshwara is the Mahi. He is the one who is wielding that Maya. In Gita also it is said. Tatha Brahme. In other Brahma Purana also it is said. Esha Chaturvimshati Bheda Bhinna Maya Para Prakriti Sat Prakriti Tat Samutha. So Esha, this Chaturvimshati Bheda Bhinna Maya, the 24 gunas wala Maya, Para Prakriti is called as Para Prakriti Tat Samutha. It has come from that Tat Paramatma. Therefore, it is his Shakti only. देवात्मा शक्ति मीन्स देवता का आत्म शक्ति, उनसे ना अलग है ना इंडिपेंडेंट है. देन तथा च गीता में मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृति ही सूयते सचराचरम इति 9th chapter ना मया अध्यक्षेण in my presidency prakriti, my own shakti, sacharacharam suyate, doing the prasava, delivery of all mobile and immobile, living and non-living. So इतना काफी आज पॉन्डर करने के लिए. what Bhagavan Adi Shankara did and we have done is Devatma Shakti we try to understand. परमात्मा का ही शक्ति जो उनसे अलग नहीं है, इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं है. इन सांख्य द शक्ति और प्रकृति और प्रधान is alag and independent. In Vedanta में how can be jada prakriti be independent of Purusha? That is how it cannot be. Then how do they achieve in the Vedanta that it is never away from Paramatma? Because Paramatma is Ekamevadvayam. जब वो एकमेवाद्वय स्थिति है उस समय where should be the Maya then? Because it cannot be there apart from him, because Advaya or Advitiya word is used. So at that time it is totally dissolved in Paramatma, that Maya. Then only Ekamevadvayam can be spoken. Otherwise, परमात्मा भी है, माया भी है, द्वैत हो जाता है. इसलिए वो सांख्य एंड योगवादिन्स आर द्वैतवादिन्स. जैसे पुरुष अलग है, प्रकृति अलग है. प्रकृति एक है, पुरुष अनेक देश है. In Vedanta, from the absolute standpoint, when Upanishad said Ekamevadvayam Brahma, that supreme state of Brahman, there is no Maya also as if separate from him. It is totally dissolved in him. To such an extent is that Sachidananda Brahman alone is there. Of him is Maya Shakti, which is never apart from him, never independent of him. It is to be, it is a cause, that way they have understood. So Devatma Shakti, they have understood to be the Karana. Then what is the meaning of Swagunaya Nigudam? Then what are the Devatma Shakti meanings? 1, 2, 3. Then 1 or 2 questions by Purvapakshi. This discussion adds to that subtle knowledge in us. This is heavy, but this is a required knowledge. Only when the clarity of all this knowledge comes, then the true spirituality of pursuing the self for moksha can be taken up. Otherwise, our sadhanas will be very superficial, not the moksha oriented. They will be very gross level. ये सब ना मुक्ति देने वाले ध्यान के लिए उपयोग करने वाले ज्ञान साधना है, ज्ञान है, इंफॉर्मेशन, नॉलेज. Let's see tomorrow what it is. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Parabrahmane PARABRAHMANE SHRUTI MAATRE तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. देवा